Happy Wednesday and welcome back to a new season of Musicians Hangout with your hosts Crash Fist Fight and Maxine Maxwell.
Hey everybody! Wow, it's a new season already. Woo!
No, that's crazy.
Season 18. Wow.
Yay!
Cheers, baby.
Cheers!
Cheers with our coffees, because guess what, you guys? We are not actually live. What?
No.
Oh, we got a secret to tell you. So we are actually pre-recording this. So we are back in time.
Time.
Taking that time machine all the way back, because we've got this really cool band that we're going to be featuring
Yes.
from the other side of the world.
Right? Once again, we're across the world.
Awesome. I mean, I love how we're going international with our
Oh, yeah.
show.
I love that we've been really international lately. Like the past few guests have been kind of international.
Yeah, they have been. So we've had some from Ireland, and now we have a gentleman from the Netherlands, and he's going to tell us about his journey with one of his bands. So
Right.
we might talk about his other projects too, and we'll have him back to feature some of his bands as well. But yeah, he's coming in from the Netherlands, you guys.
Netherlands.
That's why we're doing the pre-record, because it's literally 4 a.m. right now in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Had to work something out.
And yeah, only crazy people like me are actually up around that time.
Right? Not even I'm up at 4 a.m., baby. No way.
Yes. I'm on the road at 4 a.m.
Oh my gosh. Cheers to you for that, my friend.
Thank you.
Living and working hard, man.
Yeah, that's called, living the dream.
That's some dedication, babe. All right, I'm going to go over our mission statement, and then we're going to bring him to our virtual stage. Our mission statement here on Musicians Hangout is to be part of a revolution to create friendship with other artists and build a community network to save music. Yes. Oh my gosh, and we're doing so many amazing things to do that.
Oh my God, yes. We have quite the year coming up. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we're going to start telling you guys all about the events you can see us at. We've got some great things that we're going to be featured at. And yeah, we've met some amazing people through this.
Yes.
Speaking of amazing people, we're going to bring Raph to the stage.
Raph.
Paindemonium. Hey, Raph.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to
us.
Cool. It's so great to have you on our show. And thanks for taking us out and connecting with us. Your music is so amazing.
Yeah.
Blown away. I love metal. So
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I'm honored to be here with you. And this is amazing indeed to have this bond across the continents.
Right.
Amazing.
Yeah. Cool. So cool that we can do this, definitely. Yes. So tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey as a musician.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Raf. I'm originally Syrian, who lived in Syria and in Egypt for most of my life before I came to the Netherlands.
Oh, that's cool.
So I started out, I don't know, when I was probably 13 or 14, discovered, Metallica and Megadeth and all these bands.
Yes. Yes.
In the early 90s, yeah. Oh, yes. And then, it just started. Me and a friend of mine, an Egyptian friend of mine, who also discovered the same music at the same time. We started learning instruments. I got my first kit. I was a drummer when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And then we did a couple of songs and a couple of shows. I did many bands actually in my youth. So Paindemonium, actually, the one we're talking about tonight, started out in 2007. That was the time when I lived in Egypt. So me and another Egyptian friend of mine, we started out the band. We started out as a Dissection cover band.
Okay, nice. I love Dissection.
Yeah, Dissection, at the time, it was huge in our life. So we started out like that, and we jammed, and then we started to compose our own stuff. So we did the EP in 2010. And somewhere along the line, I switched from playing drums to playing guitar. I think when I
Wow.
was 22, 23. I still play drums, but I wanted to compose music, and I've been traveling a lot between Syria and Egypt, so carrying the drums was impossible for me.
Oh my
So,
God.
No, I get that. I
That
get
in the
that.
beginning, yeah, in the beginning, I was like, struggling and trying to keep up, but then I knew I had to, if I want to be a musician, I have to switch to guitar, at least if I'm, traveling a lot.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
Well, I
yeah.
don't blame you there. Huh. Yeah. Way easier to pack, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
went
also on the
the
phone.
opposite direction. I played bass first and then switched to drums.
Oh, okay, that's nice. You have a place to put the drums and everything, and
Yes.
yeah. If that's it, if you're not moving, it's safe.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
That is.
awesome. Drums
Well,
is
and
very
I'm only a drummer. I only drum. So
Yeah.
I
awesome.
sing. I sing and I drum though. So
Yeah, I know you sing that. I don't know you drum.
yeah. I'm a drummer and a singer. So my husband and I are a power duo. He plays guitar. So these are all his
Yeah,
pretty guitars, not mine. But yeah, I sing and I play drums while we play. Yeah.
nice. I heard your songs, both guys. Really cool stuff. Remember
Oh,
you
Thank
sent me
you.
my
thank
favorite
you.
recognitions on the really cool stuff. Rock.
Mamuti.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a huge fan of you too. Like
Yes.
when you
I
guys
love Paindemonium.
damn, like these guys are really good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well,
No, I was jamming out because I work a split shift. So at night, on my evening shift, I just really blast the music as much as I can. So I was playing your stuff and just like, yeah, chopping some stuff up. So
nice.
yeah, really helped me get through my prep. So thank you.
Yeah, welcome. I mean, this is probably among all the bands that I'm with, I think this is the heaviest per se because it's black metal. It's bordering on that.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it.
So
Yeah.
you
so-
like black metal too? All right.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
So oh gosh, yeah, I got sidetracked on the metal, but I wanted to
Yeah.
sorry.
We can talk about anything, like I told
So
you.
you guys are recording and
Yeah.
getting ready to release some things. Where do you guys play shows at? Like
Yeah.
do some live shows?
Well, at the moment, not. Of course, we don't play
Okay.
at the moment because the album is not finished. So we did the EP in 2010, sorry, and we were supposed to play a couple of gigs in Egypt at the time, but I had to travel for like a vacation after we finished recording. I went to Syria, and then the Arab Spring started, revolutions and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Egypt. That's why we had to stop the band. We disbanded for 10 years, actually.
Oh, yeah, I saw that when I was researching you guys. I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
and then they
Yeah.
took a decade.
I was actually going to ask about that because that time
Yeah.
period. Yeah, in the area, like
Yeah, I couldn't go back. Like I haven't seen my co-founder, my partner,
yeah.
in the band for a very long time at the time, because I couldn't travel anymore, and everything was just like tumultuous. Like it's not stable. You don't know if you're gonna come back or not. So you had to stay with family. So at the time, I stayed with family, and we decided to disband. So we didn't play also at the time. We didn't get the chance to play, unfortunately. And then when we started out again, revived the band in 2020, we were just me and him. And I'm I settled down in the Netherlands, and I called him back. He's in Egypt. And I told him, dude, do you want to, still do it again, revive the whole thing? And he was like, yeah, sure, why not? And we, composed the first song and kept going and going and going. And then all of a sudden we have a fucking album. Yeah, but we didn't have the members. Like it was just me and him. Even the drums, we hired someone to record the drums. We paid money to get a drummer to record the drums. So we didn't have a drummer. That's why I was telling you behind the scene that I just found a drummer yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I kind of figured it might have been something along those lines.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
Cool.
permanent drummer now. So
Congrats on getting a drummer.
Yeah. Well, we have a
biggest-
couple of friends who they lost their drummer,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
they've really like Kryptonesia. They've had a really hard time trying to find a good drummer that
It's very hard, especially.
compatible for them. So
Yeah, they do like theatrical
Oh,
metal,
nice.
and their whole stage is there. It's like a show. you know.
Yeah.
What do you mean theatrical?
Theatrical
Like
show.
It's like
Avantasia?
a horror monster show.
Yeah,
Oh,
and everybody's in like full makeup costume.
Yeah.
So it
that
is a
super
lot
nice.
for you to commit to, just with that. So
Yeah.
they'll find the right person, I'm sure, but it's hard to come by.
Yeah.
Especially, I think, at least in my experience in Holland, the drummers who are good, the good drummers are busy. They have like minimum two bands or three bands. So if they see a band
Guilty.
with like
Sounds
metal,
familiar, yeah.
same. Oh, yeah.
Well, and I'm invited to be in bands all the time, but they don't realize I'm not
Yeah.
in Seattle. I am.
Yeah.
I live like 70 miles from Seattle, so I am far out in the mountains, northwest of Seattle. So
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I'm literally downtown Seattle right now.
yeah, so
You're close to Canada.
yeah,
Yes, you can
Very close.
definitely see Canada. And when we go hiking, my phone freaks out because it thinks I'm in Canada.
Oh, okay.
Me too. So I could go
Yeah.
to Canada, like 7 miles from here is the ferry to go to Victoria. So I
Oh,
could
wow.
just go to Victoria today.
Yeah. That's awesome. You
It
are
is,
like
it is pretty awesome.
corner of the world. Yeah. Wow. Amazing.
Very corner practically of the States. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I appreciate being asked to be in all these really cool bands, but I'm like, oh man, I live like 2 or 3
Yeah.
hours in the city.
I was literally this weekend, I was literally asked if I wanted to get an audition
You're
with
always
one of
asked.
the bands because they lost their guitar player, so their drummer is going to be playing guitar.
Oh.
And
Oh,
so now they are looking for a drummer. So
They called you.
well, we just happened to be playing the same show, and I wish
yeah.
I
So
went to
she's
ask
really
them to be
accessible.
on. I went to ask them like, hey,
Mhm.
would you guys like to be on Musicians Hangout? Because I would love to feature you. And they were like, yeah. Hey, by the way,
Mhm. There's a opening.
yeah, we're looking for a drummer right now.
Crash could be in 20 bands.
Yeah,
If she committed to everybody that asked her, like
Shit.
that was all she would be doing. Like
yeah.
That's awesome. That's what I'm trying to do, but it's really hard. Like it's hard.
Yeah,
Oh,
not
I
only
mean,
that, but like drink tickets and exposure doesn't really pay rent.
no, it
No.
doesn't. And you gotta pay to make it in this industry. You do.
But
You
yeah,
do. Like
Yes. There's
that's
no safety.
become more and more apparent. Like we had a guest on last season, so I guess it is last season now.
yeah,
That spoke to the fact that they had toured with Mushroom Head, but they paid close
Yeah,
to like 40 grand to
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
able to tour with Mushroom Head. So that's how people are doing this.
Yeah.
You just
In
gotta
this day and age, yeah, a lot has changed. Like I knew a friend of mine, without mentioning names and bands, but they were opening for a big American death metal band and also a Brazilian death metal band, and they had to pay the whole time, like the whole tour.
Yeah.
All of that. And I was like flabbergasted. I didn't even believe that was happening. That there was
Right.
this shit going on.
Yeah.
I told him, really? You are paying the bigger band to be like, you're the poor one who's paying the bigger band who has more money, and so how is this working out? I said, yeah, dude, it's pay to play now. But if you do that, I mean, I've been watching a lot of YouTubers and stuff that talk about these things, these topics. So one of them said, like, he's a famous dude on Instagram, actually. He said, don't do it. Try not to do it unless it's like a massive tour with a big band that it's gonna give you a lot of exposure. But don't let the scene or the industry know that you are that type of band. First of all, so a lot of bands will hate you for doing that. That you're paying and taking positions just by paying money. But also,
you're selling out.
Yeah, exactly. And you're taking other people's position who might be more qualified, but just because you have the money. But also they will, in their mind, they will think that you are like that type, like you only pay, so they will never give you a free show. Like if this band will come, tell them they have to pay this and that. If you get that reputation, that name. So he was advising people not to do that a lot, and I took heed.
Yeah, and our guest was speaking to that too. Like, Like they thought they were going to make it back. They didn't, because
Yeah.
you make your money back by merch sales, which
Yeah.
they did well with. But then there'd be venues along the way that would be like, well, we're going to take 20% of your merch sales. It's
Yeah.
like, I literally need that to stay in the hotel and to get back on the road and make it to the next.
Right. I need dinner.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of bands were complaining about
on
this.
tour,
I've
people.
seen, yeah, I've seen the Fear Factory. I think Dino.
Oh, I love Fear Factory.
He was complaining about this, the merch cut, and I think I saw Dark Funeral also, Lord Ariman, who was also talking about the same issue. Like they kind of deciding to boycott a few venues that are taking a lot of
See, I haven't came across any of that at any of the venues here in Seattle or Tacoma area.
They don't do that to us.
Yeah, your merch sales, you get 100% of that. Now they will take a cut at the door.
Yeah, door deal or whatever. Yeah.
So, and the sound guy is gonna, he's gonna get his cut too, because
he's working.
Yeah, he helped us sound good for the night, and he made sure we could hear each other. So,
that's like reasonable. All of this is reasonable, but to have,
but to have the venue be like, oh, because you're like taking up this little tiny table space here in the corner. Yeah, we're gonna have to charge you 20% of all the sales that you make.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's your money and your stuff. Like you're getting. It's
crazy. I'd be like, I stole the sticker. Here's your 25 cents.
Maybe we could pay them in drink tickets.
But actually,
and exposure.
That was the counter argument. Like, if you guys want to charge people for their merch that they are selling at your place, well, those people are getting you the customers that are drinking
and eating food, buying food, like
the bands,
tabs, and whatever else,
Yeah.
Bars
so why would give the bands the share of the bar then? The bar sales.
Some bars do that. Like,
oh, really?
There was a bar, and they're actually one of my bandmates in my band Live Clock, the vocalist. He had this bar called the Paradise, and depending upon how much the bar made, he would give you a percentage of that.
Oh,
and sometimes we were getting paid $500-$600.
Yeah, we got that. Awesome. We got that out here in Swim years ago. We got that. Was that Ashley's Pub that does that too?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Does it oh, what was that other one that closed down? The one that CA, I can't, Chris O'Malley's.
O'Malley's. Yes, O'Malley's was always good for that too. Definitely. Yeah. Isn't O'Malley's back kind of?
I don't know, but I hope so.
I think I saw something for St. Patty's Day, so I think they're back up to it. So I'm going to look into that.
Yeah.
I just want to mention that it's so interesting that you are in the Netherlands and you have experienced similar trials and experiences in the industry like we do.
Yeah.
It's not that much different everywhere.
I was going to say, it just goes to show like the music industry is pretty stable in how it is.
Yeah.
All over the world.
For independent musicians, especially. I mean, kind of the same. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot of struggle, though. I feel that, all these changes that happen. But I also feel that the fans and the bands are pushing back. Like they don't want this fucking north to become the
norm. We're sick of this shit. We're not going to pay to play anymore.
Yeah, I see a lot of people doing that, and especially also like fighting against AI, which I also am not. So they push back, and they see a lot of bands just using it. Not a lot of bands, but some bands, big bands, they are pushing back. Like even if you are a legend, we don't care. There are a lot of artists who could use those $100, to give them, to make an artwork for you instead of just doing AI stuff. So also,
the
art should be respected. It's like it's a profession, but it's the cheapest. If you're not famous, you are the most broke professional of all time. Like you're paying money to do your job.
I think it's funny that they even call us independent artists professionals.
Yeah, because you are paying. You're not.
We are getting paid. So yes, we are. But like, I really feel like
minimal.
Oh yeah, you're not really a professional until you are out there touring all the time. And
I mean,
you know what
professional
I
can
mean?
mean that you are professional, as in you have the knowledge. Like you are a professional musician, as in you know music theory, you know how to use the guitar, you know how to, that's professional in like
Mhm.
level of knowledge, but doesn't make it
Right.
a profession. It's a different
Yes,
definition.
that is true. That is true. This is not a well, it could be a profession,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
but
more likely not
it's a
because
volunteer. Most of it is volunteer.
yes,
Feels
it's a
that way.
hobby,
Yeah,
as
hobby.
some people
That's
call
right.
it, a hobby.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it's more than that to a lot of us too, because it's another job,
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
Yes.
here.
yeah, yeah.
It definitely is. So
For me, at the moment, I'm trying to make it my job. Honestly, that's why I'm in
that's awesome.
Oh,
organizing.
that's awesome.
But it's hard. It's hard.
So how is
Oh,
the
it
music
is.
like in the Netherlands? How is their music scene particularly? Like, are there is it pretty hopping or a lot of like metal bands and
Yeah,
people playing good shows and like venues paying good money
I
to a
mean, the
point?
Netherlands is a small country, like compared to Germany, for example. It's a small country, so
Right.
almost when you go to shows, you almost see the same people always.
That's
Um,
cool.
See,
yeah,
but I
yeah,
kind of
so
like that. I kind of
I
like
love
that
that.
because
me too. Me
then they
too.
become like in ours we have a very tight knit music
Yeah,
scene and
yeah.
we all know each other.
And,
Same here, and I
and
like it. It's
support each
wholesome.
other. There's a lot of support
Yeah,
too. So
Indeed, indeed.
it's your
You don't get
family, if you will. You know?
100%. So yeah, people go to shows all the time. There are venues that are, some of them are musicians who have venues, or they have booking agencies, and they know how the band
Okay.
struggles. They pay them well. A lot
Okay.
of I've been meeting also and getting to know a lot of female booking agencies or booking agents, and they are really cool. They know how the bands are struggling, and they want to help them out. Want to be part of the growth of the Dutch scene, and
cool.
doing great jobs. Yeah, doing great work supporting the band. So I mean, the scene is solid. You have legendary bands, of course, from the Netherlands. They have Asphyx, you have Pestilence, you have now Epica within Temptation, different genres of music. Sinister, of course. There's many bands that are huge in the extreme metal scene, if we're talking the extreme now. Um, so yeah, I mean, it keeps going. A lot of new bands now that we are playing some gigs and stuff. We're meeting a lot of new bands as well, and we're meeting some older bands who were around since the 90s or the early 2000s, but
Right.
they're not mainstream, but they are famous in the underground, and you just get to meet them. Like, oh, dude, I know you. What?
Yeah. Yeah, we
12,
call it
15
local
years.
famous.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Local famous. So yeah, there's like Cryptosis, Body Farm, like so many amazing bands who are touring the world. So the scene is solid. Everyone, again, almost they see each other at every show. Most of the time they are supportive of each other. There's like the competition, the occasional competition, and like everything else.
Right, yeah.
If you get on the good side of people, they are trying to build like a solid community. That's
Yeah.
true.
No, that's definitely the way to go.
They are, and there's a lot. There's also separate communities. Like there are people who know each other here, and they do stuff, and people here do stuff. So you try to know everyone, try to be friendly with everyone, because
Yeah.
when you do that, yeah, you get, again, it's like a recycled, effort. Everyone is
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your writing experience.
Style.
Yeah,
was
your
gonna say
writing style.
style.
Sorry, I stumbled there on that question, but
No,
yeah.
yeah.
Tell me
With
about
Paindemonium
your experience writing music.
Yeah.
music. Well, I mean, like any, young adolescent learning how to play guitar and drums and all that stuff, we started out as playing covers. We did all kinds of stuff. I listened to 70s rock. I listened to 80s
nice.
glam. I like prog rock. I like classic rock. I like heavy power metal. I like all kinds of stuff. Doom,
Right.
death, black, even grunge and alternative in the 90s. I wasn't so
Nice.
against it. I didn't hate Nirvana. I didn't hate Soundgarden. I liked them. So yeah, I mean, maybe the only style that I didn't get into was new metal. I tried my best, but I couldn't get into the Linkin Parks. And
I don't even know what is new metal.
I don't know.
It's
It's like
Linkin
any
Park, Godsmack,
yeah, Linkin Parks,
Nickelback, Creed.
Mudvayne. Is Mudvayne considered
Mudvayne,
new
probably,
metal?
Slipknot, Korn, Limp
Yeah.
Bizkit, that type. Those I couldn't get into. I like songs from
Right.
different, but I just don't like the style of music so much of those bands.
Okay.
Yeah, but again, they were inspirational in the '90s because we were growing up and we saw those musicians, and we had Headbangers Ball, and I was like a big follower at many
Ricky
VHS.
Rackman.
Yeah, Rick Rackman and Vanessa. They had like
Yeah.
amazing bands, and I discovered so many bands. So that was inspirational for me to play different styles. Even I played in like Tool inspired bands. I played, Tool, the band. I
Ooh.
love
Oh yeah, we know Tool.
a lot of
Danny
people.
Carey is actually one of my favorite drummers of all time. I think he's
Yeah,
just a genius.
So
genius.
good.
Yeah. So I had bands like that. I had bands like Pink Floyd and Camo and Marillion and all those neo prog from the '70s. I played in black metal and death metal. So writing became like a for me, it's to try to be as unique as possible. That's what it is, because you hear bands, they play riffs that you've heard before, like you've heard it somewhere. And inside my heart, I go, dude, why didn't you just change the notes? Just change the arrangement of the notes, make the riff a little bit unique. Like that's what I'm, internal dialogue in my head. So I
Right.
started to apply that to myself when I do like a basic skeleton of a idea. I go, okay, but this note arrangement has been done, like probably Overkill or Slayer or whatever, even heavy metal like Dio or something. Like,
Yeah.
careful, this is kind of familiar. Try to mess
Oh
with it,
yeah.
make it a little bit different, make it a little bit unique.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, inspiration came from all of those genres because it gave me a lot of like reference points to go to. Like, okay, don't do that. Starts Iron Maiden, note progression or chord progression. Don't do that. Try to switch it up, make it your own. So it helped me. Whatever the style I'm playing, I think I'm able to uh, try to create my own sound in a way because I pay attention to those details. So yeah, I just played and played and played in different bands, different styles. I pushed my limits in all kinds of genres. That's the thing. And I studied music for a while, so I know music theory and
Oh yeah.
like time signatures. I know scales, stuff like that.
Right.
So that helped too. Being a drummer is actually a massive help for me because I can imagine where I'm gonna go with the groove of the song. So for me, it was always be unique and have Dimebag, have a groove.
Yay!
Yes. Yeah, no, we were talking about that earlier, actually. We're like, yeah, you see Dimebag?
Yeah, when you got up to go, like we were all off stream, so this is
Yeah,
before we did the
Dimebag.
recording, and I was like, he's got Dimebag behind him. I love Dimebag.
I love Dimebag. In my head, even if I'm playing black metal or something, I always tell my friends this, that I could be inspired by all kinds of black metal bands, but the spirit of Dimebag is always floating above me, telling me,
I love that.
I love that. Yeah.
What's your favorite riff that he wrote?
From him?
Yeah.
For me, my favorite song from Pantera is "Strength Beyond Strength." I like the
Yes, I love that song.
It just destroys me.
Yeah.
That groove, him and Vinny, so locked in. So for me,
I
that was
love Vinny. He's one of my favorite drummers. So I just absolutely love Vinny. So
yeah, me too. So I've always said this, like, keep the spirit of Dimebag, even in the black metal composition. Keep the groove. Keep the
yeah.
So that's how I write music.
That's very cool. So I had a question about somebody that that's pretty famous. He was even featured on one of your songs. So Tim Ripper Owens. How do you have that connection? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah.
I don't know him in person, of course. I contacted him.
Okay.
For the song. I thought it would be an interesting proposition for him because I don't think I've followed him and Judas Priest for a very long time, and I know his side projects. He never has been in a extreme metal type project as far as I know. He's always into power metal, heavy metal.
Yeah,
right.
Malmsteen, he played with Priest, stuff like that. Beyond Fear, but I don't think he was in a black metal thing before. And we had the album of Paindemonium is a concept album. It's a story.
Right.
So there's a story, a chapter of the story in between where there's an internal dialogue between the protagonist and his conscience. So we wanted the conscience to be a clean voice, even
Yeah.
if he's
Oh, yes.
because
Yes.
it's clean conscience, right? They tell you clean conscience. So I thought it would be
Uh-oh.
nice to have clean singing. So we knew how the vocal line would be, the pitch of the singing. We wanted to be high, like the painkiller type singing. So
Aha.
yeah,
Yes.
so we had a couple of singers in mind, to contact them, and one of them actually we contacted for a while, but it didn't work out. I don't know if you know Carlos Zima. He's
Oh,
from a
sounds
band
familiar.
called Immortal Guardian,
Okay. Yeah.
amazing singer. But we couldn't, work it out. So luckily, actually, because I all of a sudden I stumbled upon, I was searching for the address of Timber Owens, and I found it. And then I'm like, let's send him an email and send him the song and tell him it's a death black metal thing. Maybe that's going to be the hook, that he would be interested. And he was. He liked the
That's so
composition.
cool. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
Yeah. So he said, sure, man, I'm in. Yeah.
I love that. That's so lucky.
That's a good I like that story. That's a cool story.
Yeah.
So we were lucky to have him. And he liked the final product also, and he shared it on his page.
Oh, very cool.
Yes.
He gave me a quote also. He said, dude, use this quote from me. I never used it. I don't know why. Stupid of me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you will now that we're talking about it.
Well, you reminded me, actually. Yes.
What's the
you just never know who you're going to email and connect with. Like,
right.
That's inspirational, dude. I love that.
Yeah. A lot of musicians, they are kind of like curious to get out of the comfort zone. That's what I discovered. They're like,
yeah.
And he wanted like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it.
It's nice to do something different and fresh for sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
Stay away from the cookie.
Are you having to work, friend? What's going on?
Okay. The crows, and you know how I love my crows.
Oh my gosh, it's the crows. Okay.
Yes, it's the crows, and they're getting to a dangerous place where we're trying to catch a Willard. No, you stay away from it. You can't go that way.
So that's also the adventure of recording at this time.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
No.
At work. It's so funny.
Be organic. As organic as
possible. And that's what musicians hang out. We try to do all of the time is we try to be as organic, as real as possible. That's why we call it a hangout. We want to feel like we're just hanging out.
100%. I love the name, actually. It's really catchy, and it gives you sets the tone right away.
Yeah. How did you find us? Because you reached out to us. So
well, the thing is, I'm managing 2 of my bands, right? 2 of my 4 bands that I'm playing with. I'm managing Paindemonium and Anomic. I'm playing 4 bands at the moment. So Paindemonium and Anomic, I'm the main manager. I have friends of mine who help, but I'm calling the shots, basically. So I've been contacting people from all spectrums of the planet, like from left to right. I've just had an interview from a radio show in Mexico the other day, and even the guy was telling me, like, how did you find us? Like, we are in Chihuahua. We are almost on the borders of the US. Like, we are almost there. We are so completely isolated. How do you find us? I'm like, dude, it's just, if you keep going and digging into this rabbit hole, talk to people, and look for people, look for radio shows, look for magazines, look for,
that's exactly how you do it too.
If you want to manage your band, that's how you do it. A lot of labels, they work like that. That's what they do. Now you pay them, and they do that work for you. They have a lot of contacts on social media, and they get you the word out when you release something. They just tell those pages to publish. So, but they get money from you. That's the thing. So I thought,
we don't do that.
I will try to do that myself sometimes, but I use the label for Anomic, to be honest. With Anomic, maybe we'll do that some other episode. But I had a label with Anomic, and they're good, they're amazing, and everything. They did a lot of promotion, but I know now it's not the old school type of labels. Like, they pay you money and invest in you, and then they send you up to play live, so they would make the money back. No, it's more of the label makes money in advance. From the
and then you make your money back in merch.
Yeah, exactly. that's how it goes now. So
Yeah.
I decided to keep going, even if I'm with a label, just keep going and finding new people. So I think somehow I saw the suggestion of your page and I looked it up, you know, I
Yay,
looked
we were
into it.
suggested. That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. And I'm like,
That's
this looks
cool.
We're
cool. This
getting there.
We are, yeah. I mean,
showed
we've
up
been
with
doing
suggestions.
more people are contacting us. In fact, we don't really have to reach out to schedule anyone anymore. They
Awesome.
find us.
I
So
love
Yeah.
it.
we're always wondering, like, well, how'd you find us? I mean, we understand how people find us in our own scene, but
Yeah,
when it's, you know, somewhere else in our nation or the
yeah.
world, we're like,
Yeah.
wow, like,
You
this is
you're
great.
curious enough to ask. Yeah, no, you're showing. So that's pretty fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
I
Really
love
good.
it.
We just had a band from the Kansas, Oklahoma area reach out to us, and
All right. All right.
I'm
If you
interested
guys
in
want
how the
more
hell
people
they find out about us.
Yeah, it's cool that, you know, we're
if you
part
guys
of
want
it.
more people from my neighborhood, I can always send people from
Please do. Yes,
Send them
please.
our way. Yeah,
Germany,
yeah.
Belgium,
Yeah,
Holland.
we are all about, sharing everybody's music and experiences around the world because you know
Absolutely.
what? We musicians, we work very hard. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
We do. Yeah, we do.
And
And
it's
this
good to
is,
have a community like this, especially for this type of music, you know, like rock and roll and metal. It's
yes.
just truly,
yes.
it's not,
Yeah.
you know, so it's good to have a solidarity and all that, in my opinion.
Yes. I totally agree.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So if you
Yes.
want, again, I know a lot of bands from Germany, Belgium,
Yes,
Holland.
yes,
Send
please. Yeah, we
me.
don't mind going international at all. We've been doing this for 6 years
6 years.
now.
Nice.
And, you know,
Nice.
like, I know it says we're season 18, but we do, is it 3 or 4 seasons?
It's 3. Yeah.
3
3
seasons?
year.
3 a year. Yeah. So we
3
take
a year.
6. In fact, we're on our seasonal break right now.
Yeah.
So
Pre-record.
we record. This is fun though. Like, this is kind of nice. Like,
Yeah,
we
we're
have
hanging out.
we have
We're
our
hanging out.
just
Yeah.
ready, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is cool. And I am more comfortable with the flexibility. Before it was kind of it wasn't worrisome or anything, but it was well, I'll admit I'm confused by the time zones. I mean, we had a miscommunication, so we were supposed to
Yeah.
record a few days ago, but I messed up by an hour, and it was a
Oh.
little later. It was a little later for Raph, so I was like, "Whoops, I did the
fine.
time zone math wrong."
Right.
There was an
But
hour.
I'll get more.
I can double check your math too because
She does. That's
I
the beauty.
know you have the
Love it.
dyslexia of the numbers
Yes.
and stuff. So
I do, and
No,
like,
no, but it's really confusing. Like sometimes it's
Yeah.
7 hours, sometimes it's 8 hours. Again, I've talked to radio shows from Mexico, from the US.
yeah,
Nicole from Seattle. Do you know Nicole? Maybe because I know Nicole actually is how I found you guys. She's from Seattle.
we know some Nicoles in the
yeah,
city.
we know some Nicole.
We do.
Inner Sanctum.
Oh my god, I wish. Sorry, my other band is texting me.
Of course.
You're
You're not busy
Yeah,
right
they
now.
don't know. They don't know that I'm doing a show right now, and I think they caught on that I'm on, like a split shift. So
Oh yeah, so they're like, "Oh, she's not busy right now." I do that to you. I'm like,
that's fine, but
"Oh shit, you're not. Oh, you're working now. Sorry."
no, it's fine because if it's in the evening time, I'm literally just doing like prep work, just easy stuff. I feel bad because they pay me to kind of watch Netflix too.
Well, not really because you're on a split shift, so you
No, I mean during my second shift,
clock in,
after
clock out.
after I get all my prep stuff done and everything else is done, I still have like an hour and a half left. So I put on Netflix.
Well, now you're doing this, so this is cool. This is
Yes.
yeah.
This is way better than watching Netflix. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah.
Way funner.
I'll
Yes.
try
Did
to
I
make
hang
it.
out with Ross from the Netherlands? Actually, Syria, because he's Syrian.
Yeah.
Man, that's
Syria.
so
Lived
cool.
in Egypt and Syria most of my life. Indeed. Yeah.
So, what languages do you speak? I'm interested. Like, yeah,
Arabic. We speak
Okay.
Arabic.
Arabic.
That's our tongue, yeah.
What did they speak in the Netherlands? Just English?
Dutch. No, they speak
Dutch.
English. Good, yeah. They're like it's a mix. Dutch is a mix of German, English, and a little French. So
I've
most of
always wondered. I've always wondered what Dutch was like because I always thought it was like German, but
German,
it's not quite.
no, it's not the same. They have similar words. It's like similar
Yeah, like Spanish and
creation.
English, we have like a
A
lot of
little bit.
similar words.
Yeah. In a way, yes.
Okay.
But maybe German and Dutch are closer to each other than Spanish and English. But they
Oh,
have a
fair
lot of
enough.
English words actually. So it's a mix between German and English and
Okay,
French.
it
Oh,
was a
Most,
little French.
most Dutch people speak English perfectly. Most of
Oh,
them.
yeah, okay. Well, we did have. Who was it that was on the show? Wait, wasn't she Dutch? And she moved to Seattle?
And
oh yeah. Gosh,
Yeah,
who was that?
I know.
Was that Jessica Lynn Whitty? That
M-
her?
Maybe it was.
Maybe. Oh my goodness. I
Or
feel
she was
embarrassed.
Danish or something.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Danish, okay. Was she in a band or something?
Yeah,
Yeah, she's
Oh,
she's country
yeah.
singer.
okay.
Beautiful. You wouldn't even tell that she was from another country. I
No.
did know.
No, okay. She speaks
Oh, what a
English.
wonderful woman.
Perfect English. Like,
Oh, yeah, and her music is so
oh,
good.
All
amazing.
right.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm a huge Jessica Lynn Whitty fan.
really talented
And I
musician.
don't even really care for country, but the way she does it, it doesn't seem like country.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a more country rock, country blues style.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Send me something on the side when we finish.
Oh, yes, definitely.
of course.
Awesome.
So we've got, oh, good. I thought we only had 10 minutes left. We got about less than 20 minutes. And I wanted to ask you about what your vision is. So you're doing some recording, you're going to get an
Right.
album together. What's your vision with this all coming together? Are you guys going to do like an album release? And then,
Are you going to tour the US? Hint,
yeah,
hint.
what are your goals?
First of all, this album, is recorded and it's in the mixing and mastering phase now. So
Ooh,
everything is done.
yeah.
So hopefully we will get it out July, maybe August, depending on the producer. And once it's out, we will, seek labels. I'm gonna contact all the labels that I have been contacting with my other band, and try to get to the big labels, see if it, catches or not. And then immediately I want to start at the end of this year and beginning 2026. I want to start playing shows because again, finding a drummer was the hardest part, and now we got him. So we are practicing. We were just at the studio yesterday, actually. That's why I announced him. So yeah, we will.
So how does that work? Because you're in the Netherlands and they're in Syria.
No. Everyone is here now.
Oh, okay. Because
The
I
only
was
guy
confused. I was like, well, wait a minute. So, like,
the only guy, Salama, the co-founder who did the band, started the band with me in Egypt. He's still in Egypt, but he left the band 2 years ago because he couldn't.
oh,
okay.
Okay.
We started the working on the new album. We did record the album, but while we were mixing and doing some editing stuff, he had a kid and he was very busy with his work, and it's Egypt, so extra work, extra hours, no pay, all of that stuff. So he could not keep up with the members, So it was just me and the bassist that we were pushing, because the bassist, we got the bassist after we started the band again. Yazan Ju, he's my partner in crime now, because we got him in 2021, right after we revived the band. So he joined in and recorded the bass. He's a Syrian a friend of mine who lives in Germany. Now
so it's just right there.
Yeah, but one in Holland, one in Germany, and one in Egypt. So it was kind of
Yeah.
hard to maintain. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Egypt dude, Salama, he was unable to keep up with us, unfortunately. So we had to let him go. So it became just me and him. And now we need a guitarist and a drummer. So we got the drummer. That's awesome. So now the search is on for the second guitar player.
Well, the thing is, it seems like there's a billion guitar players out there.
Right?
There are.
Like,
It's
everyone
easier.
plays guitar.
Yeah,
like
indeed.
everyone.
It's easier than drums. Yeah.
So
once we get someone, we starts jamming the songs and practicing, we will hopefully at the end of the year or early 2026 we'll start having shows. Yeah. And if you guys know places that we can tour and you can keep in touch, I would love to come.
Yes. Oh man, yeah.
We don't know.
Yes.
Some of our viewers might know. So
Yeah.
we've had people connect through our show so much that we've had people in the live chat that are reaching out to booking agents. The booking agent then schedules them for a date in the chat live. Like we've been live and that stuff has happened.
Or people getting together to write music together.
Yeah. They'll meet each other on our show.
Yeah, that's happened a few times.
Yeah.
That's
yeah. It has.
If something like
really
that can, transpire, that would be amazing.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Would
There
love
was
to
a
come and
benefit
visit.
show
Maybe we could all write an album together. That'd be cool.
that would be really cool. And
Hell yeah. Let's
we'll
do it.
in, like
Let's
so
do it.
many things. There was during the pandemic, so I think it was 2021, we hosted a benefit show and we had Jessica Lynn Whitty as one of the artists, and we had Chris Jones, and
Chris
they
Jones.
found each other and through that experience, and then they wrote a song together. They flew to Nashville, they recorded, and then they started working together and releasing some really amazing music.
Yeah.
We played the same benefit show on our show, so that was super cool to be part of. Just introducing artists. Yeah,
feels good. Probably so good that it was it started because of you. I think that it feels good that you caused it.
Yes. And all we do is we just give people the opportunity.
Yes, exactly.
To meet and connect. So that feels good to me that we just provide this community for everybody to get to know. I swear to God, I'm so sorry. My band keeps just blah, blah, blah.
We are not saying anything.
Well, it makes you guys get all computer voicey and
but we sound like robots.
And then all I see is the text, and it's like, come on,
get out of here now.
Trying to work here.
Come on, you moopsies.
It's not Moopsie. It's my life clocker.
Come on, life clockers.
Life clock. It's Pussycat and Haircut.
Oh my goodness, you guys.
And Dave's not here.
They're going to be watching this later when this is live. They're going to be like, oh shit, she was working? Sorry, dude.
Pussycat will be like, ha ha.
Well, I wanted to mention, we were talking about that community building. That's exactly what we're all about. It's our mission statement even. So
yeah. So if something can happen from that, if I could meet someone again, or you introduce me to someone who can book something.
We know a lot of black metal people in our industry anyways. And that could open up opportunities for both of you.
Sure.
Definitely. Sure. Sweet.
Let's see in the chat tomorrow when we release it.
Tomorrow.
Well, I should mention that for the viewers that are watching right now, if you have questions for Raph, please put them in the comments. He will answer them when he's able to. So we'll get those questions to him. He'll stay connected. So we'll,
anytime after May 7th.
we'll all connect with you guys.
Yeah.
This is kind of funny. I love it.
We haven't done a pre-record in a very long time.
Right? Yeah.
So I can't even remember who it was that we had to pre-record with.
I don't remember, but I know that once I start thinking about it later today, I'll text you and be like, oh yeah, I remember now. We've done
you have to keep tabs or something. Because you're gonna this way, if you're gonna deal with German and Dutch bands, you're gonna have a lot of pre-recorded stuff. So
that's what I'm thinking.
So far, most of the artists that we've had from Germany and Ireland and I think Spain, we had somebody in Spain a couple times, but they
stay up until 4
they do. Yes. One of our friends, Knack Panther, was drinking a beer. It's 5 a.m. in Germany. Yeah. Let's do this.
So we have had some luck with some people just being
night owls
and being hopped up on their caffeine and alcohol or whatever.
Or beer. By the way, musicians hang out. we are dedicated to music, not to drinking. Please drink responsibility. Actually, underage drinking too.
Underage
Don't like the underage drinking. We're all about the drink. Well, not all about the drinking.
Not all of that.
Not all of us, but
You know
oh,
what I mean.
yes,
I
yes.
think they know.
Yes, our fans definitely know, right? Right, guys?
I'm allowed 2 drink tickets.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's all I need anymore, man. Like, I'm
Right?
good after that.
Yeah,
Cheap
yeah,
date.
indeed. In time, you don't need to pump so much before you get the buzz.
Right?
No, right. No,
Yeah.
I let the drumming, like the endorphins,
Yeah,
being, getting that high of being on stage and the stage lights on you and
yeah.
you're hot and sweaty.
Already? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and you
With
haven't even played the
drums,
first verse yet.
yeah, yeah. With drums, I used to like to drink with drums. I don't know. It gave me, like you said, power and
I
just.
get that.
But with
Well, I get
guitar,
that. It's because you're sweating your ass off back there and
yeah,
you
yeah.
need
But
a little
it's not the same with guitar because it's very small notes and frets, and you need to see them in the dark.
Oh,
If you
you
get
know
lost,
what? I'll give you that. I'll give
yeah,
you that. We do have a bigger target and we have
yeah,
sticks.
yeah,
yeah.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
You just
we have like a little pick and these
punch
little
those. Yeah,
spoons.
exactly.
More
You
like
take
an
your
animal
finger.
back there, like that's what I love about the drums is I can just
Yes.
primal with it,
Yes, very
like,
fun.
like just dancing with the kick,
Yeah.
You're the
Yeah.
one that's
I definitely, like you said, it feels primal when I'm smashing it on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's also like a ballet. It's a dance that you do with your drum kit because
Well,
all of the flow is all timing.
yeah. I have noticed through the years as I get older, that I drink less when I do it because, well, I want to perform well, but also
Right.
I can't handle all of that alcohol while I'm and I want to sound good. I want to look good and sound good on stage.
Right.
Like I don't want to look like a slosh, and I want to be able to stay on beat. So
Yeah, I at least have 1 drink on stage and that I drink
yeah,
throughout like my set. And that's only because I'm dying of thirst. And
yeah, I get that. Yeah, I have a
cider
drink.
tastes better than water. I'm not gonna lie.
I like to go to the venue, set up, have like a cider, like a hard cider, just like a light drink. And then I'll have like a shot or a drink afterward,
Yeah.
like after I've performed, I can let my hair down then. And I was going to speak to like, how we're doing the pre-record. I'm more open to that as I'm getting older. I'm like, man, if it were me, I wouldn't want to be up at 4 a.m. doing this. So I get that. That's why I was able to like,
staying up to 4 a.m. would be for me at the moment in this time in my life, it would be a drag.
No, yes, I totally get that.
Yeah.
Whatever the fucking time that I sleep, I wake up at 7 or 8 in the morning. So if I sleep 4, I wake up 7. If I sleep at 12, I wake up at 7.
See, and that's like me. Like if I go to bed at 11, I'm up at 2. If I'm in bed at 7, I'm up at 2. If I'm in bed at 12, I'm up at 2.
Exactly. But if you have that only like those 3 hours sleep only, if you sleep for 3 hours, I think your whole day is fucked. That's
it messes,
my whole day
messes the whole thing up. And like I could have done that 20 years ago. Now I don't want to.
Right. That's what I love about my split shift. There's enough hours that like I'm not gonna lie, like after this interview, I'm gonna take a little nappy nap. So
I don't blame you. Yeah, when we do shows, so I'm like 2-3 hours depending on traffic away from Seattle. So I'll come in, I'll play the show. And if I'm there till midnight or 1 o'clock, that means I'm getting home by like 3-4 in the morning.
Yeah, because
it takes me like 2-3 days to like reset. I mean, I love it. I love it so much. I don't want to give it up. I want to be there. I want to be part of this team.
I'm gonna say it. We cannot drop it like it's hot anymore. We can only squat like it's warm.
That's true. That's true. Under a massive blanket.
And then we're gonna need help getting back up.
Yeah, right.
That's true.
But man, I love music and I love what we do, and like I wouldn't give it up for the world. But yeah, as I'm getting older, I want to be comfortable with it too. And I think that there can be a balance.
100%. At least I am trying to find a balance
Oh,
between partying and just being, dedicated to the music. So I get it. Yeah, I get it. It's hard to.
well, I'm sure you have a day job also.
Well, at the moment, no. Actually, I
Oh,
am
lucky
Wow.
you.
investing in something with my cousin, like a real
Woo.
estate thing, but I'm not focusing on it. He's the one taking care of it, and I'm
That's
just focusing on the
fancy.
music. Yeah.
Oh, you were so lucky. Like,
You are
you should have led with that through this interview. Like, what do you do? I'm a professional, like, dude, like, musician guy.
Oh,
Like, this is what I knew.
Yeah,
oh,
but
well,
I'm
you
not a
are living the
professional in terms of
dream.
making a living out of it. That's the difference, right?
Yeah.
Like it's a
That is the difference. But I mean, you spend way more. Like, you put every waking hour into this.
yeah, at the moment in the last 4 years, I would say, yeah. But before that, I had other things. Like I studied, I worked, I did many things. But the last 3-4 years now, I've been only focusing on music. And
Oh,
you
I
know,
love
I
that.
yeah, because
I
it's
really wish I could fucking do
push.
that. I'm not
Well,
gonna lie. Like, God.
yes.
It's
That's
in this time and
amazing.
age, I think good investment, if it works out, it works out, and you can just let the investment do its money making thing, and you focus on music. But you need
Oh,
one
that's
investment.
beautiful.
Yeah, you need money to. So that's where the work theme comes in.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I think save up and then invest instead of just being employed all the time. That's, in my opinion, that's the best way to get out of the loop of the system. The
I gotta like get in.
wheel.
Yeah.
Well, that's super cool, dude. I mean, you are living the dream literally. And
Well,
wow.
not yet. Hopefully, I'm
I
43.
mean, you're living a closer dream than we are.
Yeah. Yeah. So
But
good on you.
don't forget that I came here. I was probably 34 or 33, something like when I arrived in Holland. Before that, I was in Syria and Egypt, so I had no dream at the time. So I started
Wow.
late in
But
my
like,
life.
how old are you now?
I'm
Is the thing.
43.
Oh, you're just a baby.
43 is a baby. Come on, it's not a
I'm
baby. Look,
like almost 52. So yep.
I understand, but again, I spent like what do you three
Like
quarters
I
of
need Geritol these days.
well, I'm drinking chamomile tea, so
Oh, well, yes. Cheers.
we're just wholesome people now.
Yes.
Well, you guys, we're coming up on 3 minutes left of the pre-record. So, Raf, I would love for you to go ahead and plug where our viewers can find and follow you.
All right, Paindemonium. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram. We are on YouTube. We are on Bandcamp. If you want to buy the EP, the old EP, or the new singles, we are on all major platforms, Spotify, all these other things, and our email is also on our Facebook. So we have T-shirts. We have the CDs will be out for the new album. Will be out in the summer. For the EP, the old EP we only have digital. So if you want it, you can buy it on Bandcamp.
Definitely let us know when the new album drops because I definitely want one.
Yes.
I will send you guys. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, I'll buy it.
And we would like to,
see.
help promote. So
Yeah.
just send us what you want us to send out. We'll help
Definitely.
you. Oh yeah. Oh, Raf, you've been amazing. You're so
Yeah.
So much fun, and I didn't notice the time just passed. I didn't feel it.
It goes by
It
fast.
goes back quick.
Yeah.
I even wanted to talk about my CDs here, but I didn't.
Oh, you know what? Next time, that's a yep.
Yeah.
Because this isn't going to be the first time you're going to be on the show.
No. It's the
You're
first time.
definitely going to be recording like a returning guest.
Yeah.
So
if you want,
we'll make it. We'll make it happen.
All
right, friends. We've got less than a minute, so I'll take
Yep.
us out so we don't get cut off.
Yep.
All right.
Go.
Let's keep it rocking, guys. Let's go. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Keep rocking, stay safe, and we love you. Bye.
Bye.